I'm going to answer 5 questions today that I get asked more often than almost anything else. These are questions from real people, from my coaching clients, from people who message me, from people who sit across from me and eventually get honest enough to say what they've been holding back. They're the questions a lot of people are thinking but not sure they're allowed to ask. So let's get into them. Quick intro. If you're new here, my name's Dave Barry, and I'm a former educator and principal. I've built a business, and I've been in ministry most of my life. And I've been studying the intersection of ancient wisdom and modern science for most of my adult life. And each week, I tell stories and I try to answer what you're actually wondering. So let's go. Question number 1. What do you do when your prayer feels empty? Like you're just talking to the ceiling? Well, first, that's one of the most honest things you could say, and I think it matters that you said it. So here's what I found. When a prayer feels empty, it's usually one of two things. Either I've been performing my prayers, managing what I say instead of actually saying it, or I've been praying at a God rather than to Him, processing alone, calling it prayer. The fix is the same for both. You got to get more honest, not more polished. So try this. Instead of starting with a request, start with an observation. I feel distant today. I don't know why. I'm here anyway. Now that's a prayer. God doesn't need your production value. He needs your presence. Question number 2. Is it okay to be angry with God? Yes, and I'd even push further. I think it's sometimes required. The Psalms are full of it. Psalm 22 starts with, "Why have you forsaken me?" And Psalm 88 ends with darkness and no resolution. Lamentations is exactly what it sounds like. God's people have been angry at God for thousands of years, and God has been keeping those prayers in the canon ever since. Anger at God isn't faithlessness, it's engagement. In fact, it says, "I believe you're there and I believe you can handle this." That's actually a form of trust. Question number 3. How do I build a consistent prayer life when I'm not a morning person? Well, the goal isn't the morning, the goal is the consistency. So here's what works. Anchor it to something you already do every day, not a time, a trigger. A coffee, sitting in the car before you start driving, the first minute before you check your phone. Keep it small, genuinely small. 4 sentences. The pattern I use: what I feel, what I fear, what I need, what I trust. You can do that in 60 seconds. Start there, and then you can compound from there. Question number 4. What do you do when you feel like God is silent? You know, I used to fight the silence. Now I've learned to sit in it. Here's the reframe that changed things for me. Silence in prayer isn't the absence of God. It's often the invitation to stop talking. Be still and know that I am God, Psalm 46:10. The knowing doesn't happen in the talking. It happens in the stillness after. So try this. After you say what you have to say, just wait. Don't fill it. 2 minutes, 5. Let the silence do something. Most of us have never given it the chance. Question 5. I was raised in a church but walked away. Is it weird to try to pray again after a long time? It's not weird. It's exactly right. The prodigal son didn't write a theological treatise before he went home. He just started walking. You don't need a re-entry ritual. You don't need to explain the gap, and you don't have to figure it out. Just start where you are. Say something true. See what happens. The God described in Luke 15 doesn't wait for you to clean up before He runs towards you. You start walking, and that's enough. Well, those are the 5. If you've got a question you want me to answer on a future video, put it in the comments. I read everything, and the questions that come up most become the content. Now, if this has helped you today, please subscribe. I'd love for you to be a consistent voice in your week. And if you want to go deeper, visit my website at davidberry.net, and that's where I put the longer stuff. So thank you for spending your day and morning with me, and it genuinely means something.